JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, U.S. visitor killed, man injured following burial at St. Catherine's Cemetery. A visitor from the United States was shot dead and a man injured while at a burial at the Meadowrest Memorial Gardens in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, on Saturday afternoon. The dead woman has been identified as 57-year-old Shanette Harmond from Brooklyn, New York. The injured man, who is 23, has been released from hospital. Information received indicate that around 3 p.m., both persons were among patrons leaving a burial when they were pounced upon by a gunman. Police said the gunman opened fire at their motor vehicle before escaping. Harmond was shot in the head and upper body, while the man sustained injuries to his right hand. They were rushed to hospital, where Harmond was pronounced dead and the man treated and released. No motive has been established for the attack, the police said. Taxi operator killed in Old Harbour. The Old Harbour police in St. Catherine are searching for 2 suspects who reportedly shot and killed a taxi operator on Saturday night. The deceased has been identified as Lambert Simpson, otherwise called Algie, 51 years old, of Lennonville Road, Old Harbour. It is reported that Simpson had just driven home in his Toyota Probox motor car about 10:30 p.m. when he was pounced upon by men who brandished guns and shot him repeatedly. His attackers then stole his vehicle, which was later found abandoned nearby. The police were summoned, and Simpson was found in his yard with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his upper body. He was subsequently rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police are yet to establish a motive for the killing. Police searching for a man who stole pastor's gun in St. Mary. The St. Mary police are searching for a man who stole the firearm of a pastor in the parish on Thursday. The police say about 5 p.m., the 57-year-old pastor, who is also a justice of the peace, was inside his house in Boscobel when a man known to him ran inside the dwelling and grabbed a pouch with his licensed firearm. The man made off with the weapon loaded with 17 rounds of ammunition. Meanwhile, over in St. Anne, a gun was stolen from a licensed firearm holder in Ocherias on Saturday. The gun was reportedly stolen while the owner's vehicle was parked near a business along the Costa Drive in the resort town. Reports are that around 11:45 a.m., the licensed firearm holder parked and securely locked up his silver 2010 Toyota IS minibus and went into a business. Police said while he was in the business place, a man broke into the motor vehicle and stole his licensed firearm. The culprit then escaped in a white Nissan Sylphy motor car, the police said. 19-year-old cabinet maker charged with possession of firearm. A 19-year-old cabinet maker was arrested on charge after a gun was found in his community on Saturday. Charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition is Danville Watt of Riverside Drive, New Haven, Duane Park, Kingston 20. Reports from the Duane Park police are that about 5:30 a.m., lawmen were conducting an operation in the area when a premises was searched. During the search, a Taurus .38 revolver loaded with 4.38 rounds of ammunition and one 12-gauge round of ammunition were found. Watt was arrested in connection with the find and later charged. His court date is being finalized. JASHII'S brother shot and killed in Grand Spen. The police have confirmed that David Clark, who is said to be the brother of dancehall entertainer JASHII, was shot and killed by gunmen in Grand Spen, St. Andrew on Saturday morning. Another man was shot and injured in the incident. The police confirmed that the attack happened about 2:05 on Saturday morning. Police report that the 29-year-old laborer David Clark and another man were at a yard in Grand Spen when armed men approached and opened fire. Clark was shot and killed while the other man was injured. Everyone call him Mosiah. He's the one who runs his father's shop. He's a humble youth, nice youth. Everybody love him, one Grand Spen resident said. Not say that a JASHII father owned the shop and a Mosiah run it for him more time. He's the one who's always there. If not 2 in the morning, you can go there and it is open. The youth not involved in anything is a good youth. JASHII'S family has been under a dark cloud since June of this year when the DJ's name surfaced in an investigation regarding the death of businessman Omar Romy Wright. The born-fighter DJ later surrendered himself to the police in the company of his attorneys, King's Counsel Peter Champagne and Richard Lynch. He was questioned and released by the cops about the June 7 murder. In July of this year, a motor vehicle JASHII owned was attacked by armed men on Constant Spring Road after an event held to mark the artist's birthday. 6 men, all members of the entertainer's entourage, were shot and injured. The entertainer reportedly left the event in another car and escaped injury. 2 shot dead in Grantspan. 2 men were killed in a drive-by shooting in Grantspan, St. Andrew, on Sunday afternoon. The men were reportedly at a construction site along Shortwood Lane when a car approached with men aboard who opened fire. The deceased men, who were both of Grantspan Avenue addresses, have not yet been identified. It is understood that the incident occurred about 3 p.m. The fleeing gunmen reportedly abandoned the car on Queens on Chisholm Avenue and were able to successfully elude police who responded to the incident. Police sources say the deaths have nothing to do with an alleged conflict associated with popular entertainer JASHII'S, whose brother was killed in the community on Saturday. Sources from the community say the flare-up of violence is due to a conflict between rival gunmen from 2 sections of the area. Bella charged with attempted murder after allegedly stabbing child. A 31-year-old man from St. Mary was charged with attempted murder after he allegedly stabbed a child several times. Charges Orin Samuels, otherwise called Bella, a labourer of Barif Hall in the parish. Reports from the Port Murray police are that about 1 p.m. the complainant, who is a child, was walking along a track when Samuels allegedly pounced on her, offering to show her something on his phone. The complainant refused and she was allegedly stabbed several times. She was discovered by residents and assisted to the hospital where she was treated. The age of the child has not yet been released. Samuels was arrested by citizens and handed over to the police where he was charged. A court date for him is being finalized. 29 new JPs for Westmoreland. The number of justices of the peace JPs serving the parish of Westmoreland has been increased with the commissioning of 29 people into office on Thursday, September 21. During the ceremony held at the Sean Lavery Faith Hall in Savlamar, the newly sworn justices took their oaths of office, pledging to uphold the principles of justice, fairness and integrity in executing their duties. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Marlene Malahoo Fort, who delivered the keynote address, told the new JPs that there are significant responsibilities that come with the office, including the impending role of deciding officials in and out of court bail matters. There is a new bail law to come, and in that new law, the Justice of the Peace is designated a deciding official alongside the judge at all levels, as well as alongside high-ranking police officers for the grant of bail out of court, she noted. The minister stressed the importance of maintaining high standards of ethical behavior and judgment and refraining from engaging in what is wrong, unlawful or unethical. When tempted to do wrong, I have learned that there is always a window of escape that presents itself. I invite you to look for that window and go through it, because if you miss it or if you fail to use it, it may never appear again, she said. Malahoo Fort urged them to always call on their training, seek advice when in doubt, and to take the time to reflect on their decisions. For his part, Custos of Westmoreland, Reverend Canon Artley Perrin, noted that the role of a JP is not for the faint-hearted, but for those who are responsible, fair-minded, and committed to building and safeguarding Jamaica. He charged the newly appointed JPs to be bold and unwavering in their commitment to upholding the law and rejecting association with criminal elements. I charge you to be bold and to say no. Sometimes it is hard because it is your brother, it is your friend, you went to school together, but your duty bound to your oath of office to say no to criminals and unscrupulous behavior, he said. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.